So the example that I'm going to use today is the matches report here. Okay, so with every report, if you just make sure the association is your league or your competitions that you have a user profile at, and then include the organisations below will include any competitions within that league. All of these filters, the ones that are not already added, so the association and the season, are required every time, but the rest of them can be used at your discretion. You can add as many or as little as you like to specify what results you wish for. So the association's in. The majority of these filters I won't use, find less useful. The season always needs to be entered, so 2025 is going to cover any seasons that are running over an annual basis, and it will also cover any seasons that are 2024 to 25 and 2025 to 26. You can run reports specifying on a competition type or a specific competition, or again run a report on all competitions within that season and that organisation. In this example, I won't enter any dates, but you can enter some dates. If, for example, you're looking for matches still in scheduled after a weekend, you can do that and filter specifically on the weekend in question. Match status, you can enter as many as little as them as you like, and you can run by club as well if you want. Then I'll click Run Report and you'll see the answer, the results are listed. I can use this button here to scroll along and see all the information about that match. If there's too much information and some of it I don't want to see my screen, I can click on this columns button on the right hand side. Here you'll see everything is ticked, but if I'm not too bothered about the rank or the age category, I can untick these, and you should have noticed there a small change in the results, and there's a wee bit less columns here. If I wish to export the report, I can do that by clicking this Export to Excel button. Now with a small report of this size, it will automatically go to the Downloads section of your device. If it's a bigger report, you'll receive an email with a link to download it in about 5 to 10 minutes, depending on how big the report you're running is. The last button we have is this Save to My Reports button. If I click that, it'll ask me to name the report, so matches in scheduled for this example. I click Save. You'll see this notification at the bottom here. So what that does is it saves it to My Reports. So if I click on My Reports on the left hand side here, you'll see that's here. And all this does is save the exact parameters that you've used previously. So this is more useful if you're running a very specific report and you've put on a lot of those fields that we spoke about. Instead of having to add them each time, you can save the filters. To run it again, you would click the 3 dots and click Run Report. So you can see in this example, I've only got a couple of filters. I might not wish to save that to My Reports, but if I've gone to the effort of adding in quite a few different specific ones and I know I'm going to run it on a regular basis, it's worth clicking to My Reports, and then you would just run report each time.